Hi folks, welcome back to the Hoard. So, look at this, battery's all nice and charged up. It's about 10 to 1, 25 degrees Celsius, 30% humidity. It's Monday the 4th, 77.7 degrees Fahrenheit in the shade. Look at that, the Energizer is all nice and charged up. Anyway guys, I put a bunch of time in with the junkyard dog, and I got it ready for test rides, which is always a good thing. Had a bit of an annoyance. Remember, I was all proud of that $30 gas tank I bought? Well, when you see that on the ground, it's not a good sign. And I don't know, could you guys see that crack? Now, I don't know if I did it by dropping it. I seem to remember checking the valve when I got it in the mail. I think I took a quick look there and I didn't notice anything wrong. So I'm thinking I probably broke it. Which obviously doesn't make me happy because I just took $30 and threw it away. I just slimed up the tires. Wasn't quite sure how much to put in them, both air and slime. It says that each one of these pumps is about an ounce, so I put 12 pumps in each, which is about 12 ounces. That might not be enough, but anyway, that's what I put in them. I'll see how they look tomorrow morning, if they're still holding air, if they're flat. Anyway, now that they got slime in them, it's time to take it for a ride. I still have the on and off switch here. Anyhow. Of course, whenever you put anything on video, it always gets a little fussy. But here, let me fire it up. I'll take it for a quick rip start. Anyway, here, let me just give it a little gas with my finger here. Excuse the bad camera action. So she runs up through the gears pretty good, which is nice. Shifts really nice. She's actually pretty quick. Very quick for a 185, as a matter of fact. I think it's a relatively young motor. By young, I mean it's still 35 years old. But the way it sounds and runs through the gears and all that, she seems to be in pretty decent shape. The 185 has absolutely no suspension, just the tires. And these tires are a little lower profile. And they have quite a bit of air in them, so it's probably a real bumpy ride for you guys. I'm wearing shorts, and I got a few of them dog ticks on me. This property has trouble with dog ticks. So I'm not going to take this through the trails. I hate those dog ticks. Actually, I've been having a lot of trouble. Those ticks are actually considered spiders. And not only did I get bit by a couple of those this year, but I had a wolf spider bite me on the finger. Hurt like hell when he bit me, and then it itched for like another 3 days. And you know you've been bit by a spider because you'll see 2 parallel bite marks. You know, if you get bit by a bee or mosquito, you see one hole. Little neutral action, back to first. When I first spun her up, I did a first-second shift pretty hard, and the front wheel came off the ground. So yeah, this is a nice little toy. It actually has brakes, which is a nice thing. Not that I ever use brakes. Everything I've ever owned never had them, so I have a tendency not to use them, right? Because I'm just not used to them being there. The 185s have kind of a complicated air cleaner, and the way the carburetor sits on them, it really, I'm trying to show you. The way the air cleaner sits up against them, there's not a lot of room here. See the way it's tied up against this piece? Every bee this side of the Mississippi is bugging me. So I put one of those right angle air cleaners on it. Right, you see it there. These are an eBay item. When I bought them, I didn't know if they would work or not, so I bought a couple of them, and they work real good. So that's what it says, high performance 38mm air filter number 5. They were around 10 bucks, I think. So I need to get another couple of the right angle guys. It's just nice to be able to squeeze it right underneath there. I already showed you guys the 200X motor that somebody ran without an air cleaner on it for a long period of time. I showed you how the valve seat actually got all eroded, and the valve eventually kind of collapsed into it so much that as the valve collapses, it kind of makes the valve stem longer. I mean, it's the same length, but it makes it longer from a clearance point of view. It got to the point where you couldn't back off the adjuster enough such that the valve would close completely. Obviously, the head is dead. The valve looked like it lived just fine, but it looked like the head was dead. I put an extra spring on here just to make sure this completely releases. I don't like dragging the brakes, right? So yeah, I just threw a spring on it. The rear end, though, there's only part of a bolt here, and I did not put the bolt in here. This trailer hitch is clamped to the rear end real well, and then with the bolts through here, the trailer hitch is actually holding the rear end in place very well. The bottom adjusters, it's not only got bolts through it, it's got adjusters. So the rear end's, even though it's got a broken bolt, it's sitting in place really, really well. So I slimed it. I took it for a ride. I should probably just putt around on it a little bit more to make sure the slime goes throughout the tires. I was gonna slime up those front tires on the 200 SX over there, the four-wheeler, but until I can drive it, it's kind of stupid to do that, so I won't be doing that. Today's a beautiful day. Obviously it's about 80 degrees outside. For anybody who cares, this is about how far the leaves are out for what is it, the 3rd, 4th of May, whatever it is. So just to show you guys that. Anyway, I guess that about wraps it. I got a bunch of other things to work on. I actually found a set of forks for this guy. I'm not quite sure why, but I got the forks. So given that I have forks for it, they were I think 80 bucks delivered. The back tires seem to be holding air. I think I'm going to throw the forks on it and see if I can't revive this to some extent. The old the engine seemed to be in halfway decent shape, so I think I'm going to try to bring it back. This guy here, just too many broken mounts. The exhaust stud is broken off. There's just too much wrong with this one to bring it back. I mean, it's a great parts bike. I got 3 good tires out of it. But with the broken mounts, even though it does run, it just, right, this is broke off. The bolt is broke off and the case is cracked such that I can't fake another bolt into it. Obviously I can replace the head, and that could happen. The shifter's also screwed up here. It just needs way too much love to really bring back. So there we go. Some of you guys noticed the headlight even works, even though the bulb was real milky there. I think it might be cracked, so it probably isn't going to last much longer. That bulb looks a little big for the glass, so I'm not quite sure that's the right one in it, which might be why it cracked. Alright folks, I want to thank you for watching and commenting and subscribing. Please remember to keep your feet down, keep your head up, and please guys, remember to enjoy all your days. Take care now. Bye.